All right, my friend, welcome. My name is Dr. Anthony Balduzzi. I'm the founder here at the Fit Father Project. And in this video, I'm gonna teach you the key form points of how to do a barbell back squat properly, which is known as one of the king exercises of your whole body, but particularly for building mass and strength in your legs. In this video, we're gonna cover all the key form points. I'm gonna teach you the two main kinds of squatting and tell you which one is gonna be right for your body type. I know you're gonna learn a ton, and I'll also teach you some rep and set prescriptions to get you started on squatting. Let's dive on in, and I can't wait to show you this training.
FitFatherProject.com.
All right, so the barbell back squat is one of the king lower body exercises to add mass and size in your legs, but you have to do it properly and the right type of squat for your body type to make this effective and comfortable for you. So there are two types of barbell back squats, roughly speaking, that I'm gonna teach you in this video. The first one is a low bar squat, where the bar sits a little lower on your back. And the second one is a high bar squat, where the bar sits really high up on your traps. Now, here's the first distinction. If you're a guy or a girl with a shorter torso, meaning your torso is on the shorter side, then typically a high bar squat's gonna be a little better for you. And on the converse, if you have a long torso and you're much taller, then a low bar squat might be more comfortable for you. Why? Because squatting is all about your center of balance and gravity and where you actually have the bar on your back. If you have a long torso, that means when you actually squat down, you're gonna be traveling really far forward with your torso, so keeping the bar lower on your back is gonna keep you a little more balanced. I'm gonna show you both kinds of squats right now. So first, get the bar on my back. First thing I want to talk about is grip. Where should your hands be on the bar? Because a good squat starts with a good foundation. First thing is, if your shoulders are not very mobile, taking a wider grip is a little more comfortable for most people. You know, people that have really good shoulder mobility can take a nice tight shoulder grip right here and keep that upper back nice and tight. But starting out, I recommend something a little wider than shoulder grip for most people. Now, from behind, I want to show you a couple key things about the shoulder position. So my shoulder blades are pinched back and my elbows are kind of tucked just like this. And that's creating a very tight and strong upper back position here. I'm not loosey-goosey, I'm not sloppy, because the ability to have a good squat requires a nice tight position. So I'm squeezing my back nice and tight in this position. Now, once I'm here and I have a comfortable shoulder width grip, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a slight hinge back with my hips. Hips are moving back slightly, and I'm gonna sit back almost as if I'm in a chair. So I'm sitting down and back, right to this parallel position. I'm firing right back up, glutes are coming through. So again, down and back, boom, right to this position, firing right back up. Now, a couple things. My knees are, this is a bad squat. My knees are not tracking too far over my toes and I'm not leaning forward. You can see here in this position, my heel is off the ground. Not good. I wanna be in a level position here and come right back up. For most people with normal mobility, I recommend squatting two parallel or a little bit lower. So this is a good squat right here to about parallel, coming right back up. And my knees are tracking a little bit forward, but I'm still sitting back. I'm still kind of sitting back in a chair, and I'm driving up. Now in this position, I want you to notice from the side that the bar is in a low bar squat position. It's not all the way up on my neck. It's sitting a little bit below on the lower part of my trap, and this would be a high bar position. If I roll the bar up, now it's sitting high up on my neck. In this position, the center of gravity of this bar is going to be a lot more forward than it would be in the low bar squat. So, I'm a guy with a fairly long torso, and as I come down and squat, it's going to drive me a little farther forward than if I had the weight a little bit lower sitting back here. So the high bar squat's going to be a little harder on my quads, and it's going to mimic a little more of the feel of a front squat for me as a guy with a long torso. So if you have a short torso, a high bar squat can keep you more upright in the squat. So down right here, pause to parallel, come right back up. For me, I'm a little more comfortable with a low bar squat position right here. So again, key form points of the squat. I want you to have a shoulder width grip, shoulder width feet, hinge back with the hip, sit down in the chair, pause at 90, and now I'm driving my knees out and firing through the middle of my foot. Driving my knees out, that's a key point. If you have weak legs, and you're working on the squat, what I want you to avoid is seeing those knees come through like this. You'll see people squatting here, and on the way up, their knees will come in just like this. I want you to force keeping your knees tracking outward as you squat. So down to here, and I'm driving my knees up and outward as I come up, and I'm squeezing my glutes hard at the top. If you find that your knees tend to buckle in the squat, one nice and cool thing that you can do in your squatting is you can get one of these types of circle style bands that you can tie a knot in and put it around your knees like this. So as you squat, it gives you a nice cue to want to be pushing the knees out. It's not necessarily important that your knees are flared out, but we definitely don't want them buckling in. A couple key things on the squat, just to wrap this video up, is to do a proper squat, it takes a lot of mobility and the right kind of things. Your hips need to be open enough. Your upper back and your spine has to be upright. Your ankles need to be mobile enough. So if you find that your squat's breaking down in certain positions, and let's say you're squatting here and you notice that your heel always seems to come off the ground, most likely your calves and you need to work on some of your ankle mobility are too tight. So doing some calf stretches will help you maintain this nice position at the bottom of the squat. Also, if you're like 99% of modern humans and you sit a ton, then you probably have tight hip flexors, which can really influence your ability to get into this comfortable squat position right here. If that's the case, doing some good hip flexor stretches here, opening those hips up just like this, can be really important. And here, I'm going to throw some links here on this video to some of our lower body and upper body warm-up routines where we cover some of the best mobility exercises to open up your hips, open up your ankles so you're ready to squat. Now, in terms of your programming, it's very variable based on your goals and whatnot. For general strength and bodybuilding and muscle purposes, there are two main rep ranges that I personally like to train squats in. I like to train them in the low rep range, somewhere around 4 to 5 reps for around 3 sets every week, heavy, and that helps maintain total body strength without going too heavy that you necessarily need to be doing a 1 rep max. And I also like to train my squats in a high rep range, in the 20 rep range, like 3 sets of 20, and that just drives a ton of blood flow, and it's an amazing, just general total body conditioning workout to have a bar on your back doing 20 squats. Both, for me, are important parts of your programming, so I recommend that you incorporate both in a general, well-rounded squatting program. And if you want tips on how to do that for the purposes of muscle building, I'll throw some links here above this video for our 5 best muscle building exercises for men over 40, and we'll follow up with some training on how you should be building a proper program for muscle building. So I hope this served you, and I hope you learned a lot in this video. Squats are technical, but if you use these basic form points I covered in this video, you're going to be well on your way to squatting better and seeing some great gains through your workouts. Thanks for being here, my friend. I want to welcome you to subscribe to our Fit Father Project YouTube channel. We have new videos just like this every single week on, yes, exercise tutorials, but also on how you should be eating, how to stay motivated, and all the other things that goes into being fit and being a fit father, because we're the Fit Father Project. We help men stay strong and healthy for their families. Here's some other videos you might like. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll talk to you soon.